Call the meeting to order. Oh, please rise. I ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. Please join me in a pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Bassett.
Here.
Alderman Begley.
Here.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman McDonald.
Here.
Alderman McGrory.
Here.
Mayor Seacrest.
All right. Under special presentations, tonight we've got some great special presentations. Earlier this evening, we had a reception. We got a reception over at Lake Catherine for the contestants in the Mayor for a Day contest. And the Mayor for a Day contest is a competition that's been going on since 1979, sponsored by the Halifax Women's Club. And the individual 8th grade students from who have Hales Heights addresses, and most of them from Independence, St. Al's, Hales South, could write an essay about what they would do if they were mayor for a day, and then they're judged accordingly. And the winners come and read their essays at the over at Lake Catherine earlier today, and then we ran a little mock city council meeting, and you'll see that if you watch Channel 4 that was recorded earlier tonight, and it'll be showing throughout the next month or so, if not a little longer, so all you kids can get to see yourself and tell your buddies about it, and that'd be kind of cool, you know. But what I would like to do, maybe not just tell your buddies about that, tell them what it is to mean, to sit down and write an essay about, you know, being a public servant for a day, or for any period of time. You know, all too often, you know, you get out of school, you forget about, you know, trying to give back to your community. And it means so much for you as individuals to learn that. And I think you're taking the first step tonight when you wrote this essays and you came up here and ran that little city council meeting. You learned what it was to be an alderman or a mayor or a clerk, treasurer. And we need volunteers. I mean, I mentioned earlier at Lake Catherine, you go around the city, and you know, I've been doing this 21 years, and what started as a group of volunteers and people who were coming out of the seams to volunteer for different functions, we're running short. People are not volunteering like they used to. So, you know, talk to your friends about starting to learn now to be a volunteer. Talk to your parents. Maybe they get involved. But, you know, this is the time to do it. You know, there's a lot of good things going on out there, and you can learn about government and how to help people. You know, we look at the civic clubs that are out in your area now, you know, whether it be Rotary, Sertoma, Kiwanis, Lions, even the veterans groups. I mean, they're shrinking. I mean, many of them are going away because people are not stepping up and taking action to volunteer. So that's what we need to do. And you took your first step tonight, but don't let it stop there. Continue to go on. So what I'd like to do is, I've got a little certificate for every one of the participants today. So if you, when I read your name, I apologize if I mispronounce your name up front, but you come up and get your certificate, and then you can get home and go to bed. Take homework first. Homework first. Teachers are here. So
Ice cream.
Ice cream, if you want to go to ice cream. We've got plenty of ice cream places in town. So, Eamon Geidick was my city mayor here. So you missed my whole speech, huh? Here you go. Okay.
Mike, get your mic.
Kayla Prohaska, who was the city clerk. Elise Elligood. Omar Rajib is the mayor city attorney. Harrison Strabasa, sorry. Art Coffey was an alderman. Thank you. Quinn Arundel. Abigail Beach, is it Alderman? Okay, thanks, Don. Ellen Saracini. Gianna Kent. Thank you. Terry Doherty. And Sarah Berzenik. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it. Well, thanks to all you guys for coming out tonight, and kids and parents, you're doing a great job. Keep them going, same direction, and we're in good hands. So again, thank you. You don't have to leave, but I'm sure you don't want to stick around.
Yeah, the real stuff is a little more boring.
Bye. Excellent work, Gianna.
I know.
Great job by everybody.
Bye, Ellen. Great job.
I can't believe the Braves are winning.
You ran for that.
It was 2-0. It was 2-0 when I came. The Dodgers, they got a 2-run home run and touchdown.
Something you
I'm
said?
glad to see the kid that the Schwarber. He's doing great. He never, you know, everybody liked him. I'm a Sox fan.
I'll see you later.
Oh.
See you later. All right, bye.
All right, moving into the rest of the agenda here. Under the consent calendar, I've got the approval of the minutes from the City Council meeting from October 5th, 2021, and the approval of the payroll and voucher list for the period ending October 15th, 2021. Need a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, second by Alderman Violet. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
All right, no sealed bids tonight. Just general remarks. Actually, I made my remarks earlier talking about the kids. Did a great job. I think, you know, again, I really mean it about the volunteers. We really could use some, and if you know any people who want to serve on some committees, please ask them to step up. I appreciate it. I need a motion to approve of the proclamation of the mayor for a day for 2021. Someone make that motion?
I'll make it.
Moved by Alderman Violet, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Move to approve my appointment of Paul Hunt and Angie Pope to the Recreation Advisory Board for a 5-year term.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Alderman Lewandowski, second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then lastly on my report is the approval of adoption of an ordinance for the vacation and sale of the alley right-of-way immediately north and adjacent to the property at 12258 South 75th Avenue. You remember we had that hearing last week, so.
So
Moved
moved.
by Alderman Clifford.
Second.
Second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Okay. City Clerk?
No.
City Treasurer?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the Treasurer's Report for the month ending September 30th. General Fund began the month with $3,122,225. Revenues came in of $2,285,019. Expenses for September were $919,922. Other source use, $6,154, giving an ending cash balance in the general fund of $4,493,477. Total of all funds began September with $18,308,321. Revenues from all funds were $3,501,802. Expenses for the month were $2,047,081. Other source use, $363,267, giving an ending cash balance in all funds of $20,126,311. That concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
The motion refers to treasury report.
I'll make the motion.
Moved by Alderman McGovern. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Basso. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. City Attorney.
No report.
Communications, anyone have tonight?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I got one.
Sure.
This came in right before I came over at 4:23. This was issued by the Palos Heights Police Department. It said, please be aware of a ruse burglary scam that's been happening lately. Individuals are posing as home repair servicemen, specifically within the water department, not our own. They may say that your water's contaminated or they need to check your basement, washer, dryer, etc. These individuals are not repairmen, and they are not looking to gain entry to residences in order, and they are looking to gain entry to residences in order to gain potential burglaries. Please note that if the City of Palos Heights employee, they will always schedule an appointment first, and they will need to enter your house and show you the proper identification. If you have any questions, please feel free to call the Palos Heights Police, 708-448-5060. It's out on like one of these sites, comes like this, so probably everybody, you know, one of my girls, my daughter sent this over to me, otherwise I wouldn't have found it, but anyhow,
It's on Facebook.
it's something that Alderman Basso usually points out, but this one just came through. We were probably all on our way over to the Mayor for a Day situation.
Very
That's
good.
it.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I can add to that,
Sure.
please? I happen to know for a fact that that is not just limited to Palos Heights.
Sure.
There's been several of them from everywhere from the river on out.
All right. Anything else, communication? Citizens wishing to address the council? Anyone here? If not, Finance Committee, Alderman McGrogan?
Mr. Mayor, there's no report other than the fact to say that when the treasurer reported that they had an outstanding balance of all funds of over $20 million, if I'm not mistaken, that is the first time we've ended a council meeting over $20 million. So that's been a long haul for us to reach that number, like years. And I think it's a testament to the way you're running the city. Thank you.
Public Safety, Alderman Basso?
Yes, Mayor. A couple weeks ago, reading the Palos Patch, I'd like to report on some statistics they have about scams, robocalls, and robo-texts. According to RoboKiller, there's more than 40 billion scam calls sent out to people in Illinois and cost residents over $325 million. The one thing the pandemic did not shut down was the robocalls and the robotexts, unfortunately. The U.S. households are expected to receive 70 billion robocalls this year. And spam texts are also on the rise with expectations of 86 billion by year's end. So on the screen you'll see several sites that you can apply for. They're not free for the most part. They're due charge, but they can end your robocalls and your robotexts immediately. If you look them up on the internet, you can find out what the charges are and what the situation is. U.S. households lost $325 million of spam calls and $45 million to spam texts. So far, the situation isn't getting any better and it's not getting any easier. On the board, you can also see, scroll up a little bit, there's a dozen or so prefixes for phone numbers that you can automatically tell if they're scams or not. And I'll automatically let you know not to answer the phone, not to answer that call, or certainly not to adjust yourself to that situation. The problem is with any scam text or any scam calls, as soon as you answer or respond, you're setting yourself up to be scammed, period. And they'll usually want your money. So be aware, be alert, and be wise to the situation. Can't tell you the situation enough and point out the pros and cons of being alert, but everybody knows they're harassed constantly, all times of day and night, all days of the week, and sometimes we're going to get caught. So let's try to prevent that. And if you leave that screenshot up for a minute or two, maybe people are at home can have time to take a picture of that, so they'll know when those area codes come up that most of those are from the Caribbean islands and they're all scams. So and that ends my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Municipal Grounds and Property, Alderman Begley.
I just have a very brief report this evening, Mayor. I just wanted to commend the Public Works Department. I think they did a really great job this summer. We had a lot going on in the city in terms of just keeping track on projects, all the lawn maintenance, all those types of things. I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to them. I also just wanted to remind, I think it's been pretty well publicized, but shipper service does end on October 25th. I know a lot of people kind of rely on that, so I just wanted to put that out there. That's it. Thanks. I have nothing
Thank
further
you.
in my report.
Planning and Zoning, Alderman McGovern.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Key, Recreation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to the Southwest Special Recreation Association, also known as SWISRA, in the amount of $7,623.13 for summer camp inclusion services.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Aye.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Upland Design in the amount of $10,869.88 for professional services for Orchard Park and the Oslide grant application.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve a proposal from Upland Design in the amount of $4,650 for the Payless Pool landscaping plan.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
And then, as we normally have on October 28th, from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the pool parking lot, we're having our Touch and Truck and Treat event where they'll have police cruisers and fire department vehicles and construction vehicles, and the kids are allowed to come. A lot of the kids come in costume. There'll be candy for the kids and little things that the different departments are handing out. The kids can actually go into the cruisers and on the equipment, so it's very fun. So come out. It's usually very well attended, and so we're expecting another big crowd for that. And then, of course, we're having a Veterans Day breakfast on November 10th from 9 o'clock to 10:30. It's free for all veterans and one guest. You just need to call the rec department and ask for Taylor, and she'll put you down and reserve a spot. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Alderman Key. Roads and Construction, Alderman Clifford.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some bills to pay here. Motion to approve reimbursement to IDOT for the 123rd Street reconstruction project in the amount of $94,483.50.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Lewandowski. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
And next is motion to approve reimbursement to IDOT for the Ridgeland Avenue multi-purpose path project in the amount of $16,318.81.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Lewandowski. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye. Next, the motion to approve payment to M&J Asphalt Company in the amount of $20,762.02.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Second?
Second.
Second by Lewandowski. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
And last but not least of the spending items for tonight is motion to approve payment to Morris Engineering in the amount of $28,088.89 for engineering services for the month of September 2021.
Moved by Alderman Clifford.
Second.
Second by Alderman Lewandowski. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
And in conclusion, what was also read at the Mayor for the Day report is that the 123rd Street reconstruction project is on schedule to be completed on or about before November 1st. Landscaping on affected properties are being at this moment restored. Sod will be laid currently to get within the parameter of the winter months. Also, the first lift has been installed, as you notice on, it's the limited traffic and local traffic going from Harlem to 76th Avenue. The second lift will be installed shortly if we get some of the sided work done. And general cleanup, and hopefully we'll have some type of a ribbon cutting to open up that new thoroughfare going across town. So with that, the end of my report.
All right, license permits and franchises, Alderman Lewandowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no items on the agenda this evening. However, I do have one announcement that effective November 1st of 2021, the building department hours will be changing. Currently, those hours are Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 5, and Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30. It's going to be changed to Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. This change will allow staff, including our inspectors, to better serve the contractors and developers, our residents, homeowners, and businesses. And with that, that's the end of my report, Mr. Mayor.
Water and sewer, Alderman Violet.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Business and economic development, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd just like to say thank you to the staff at the rec department for a job well done for this year's farmers market that's now over at the municipal parking lot. But I also want to thank all the ladies that helped out as volunteers there, because even though the rec department officially took over the management of that market, all the people that were running it before that are still volunteering there. And that's invaluable, especially when we're still doing pandemic things and handing out masks and just, taking care of all the business of the farmers market. So thank you to Ann Gerzaitis and her whole staff, as well as the rec people. And then Chris Kringle Market is back. It's going to be December 3rd and 4th. It's under tent. We're going to have 5 food vendors, 75 crafters coming to that, and we're very excited that event is back on the calendar. And so mark your calendars now, and hopefully we're going to have a nice weekend for that. And we work together with the Chamber of Commerce on that too, and they're actually going to do the whole opening ceremony. And so I'm sure you'll be getting contacted by them as well. So, and that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Cable TV, Alderman McGovern.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The only things I have to bring up are, naturally, once again, if you need any, looking for a volunteer for Channel 4, get in touch with Ron Jankowski, because Channel 4 just got nominated as one of the top TV stations in the entire state of Illinois. We are strong, we are good, actually we're better than good, and that's because of the staff we have behind the door wall back there. And they put in they put in their long hours every day, and they're just good. They're just dedicated to making sure that this is the best TV station in the state, and I think they're coming awful darn close. So that's all I have.
Any old business?
Old business. I'd just like to report that Deputy Chief Chakowski called me today and asked me to report on what Alderman McGrogan just reported on. But I'd like to say also, and maybe Alderman Bailu can verify this fact, because he's the chairman of Water and Sewers. I've served on Water and Sewers for 18 years, and I don't think I've ever heard of a situation where the water department goes out to a home unannounced, ever. The only time the water department ever comes to your home is if you call the water department and ask them to come to your house for a specific problem or an inspection. So once again, to back up what was reported already, our service people from the water department have photo IDs on, and they'll also show up in a truck. They're not going to show up in a Chevy convertible or something. So be aware and be alert, and just remember that. Ever open your door to somebody claiming to be from the city of Palos Heights. Thank you.
Any other old business? Citizens wish to address council, ask about questions? Any old new business?
Here,
Yes?
a couple items. It was mentioned during our roads committee, some issues that come up in a couple of residents about some issues along Route 83. And one of them was if we could look into the feasibility of a light at Oak Park and Route 83 there that used to be there and was taken away at IDOT when they did the renovations there. There was a street lamp there because it's a double street on the side. There's been some instances coming in the wrong way. We've improved it with some signages in that.
Right.
But there was a request by the homeowner association if we could look into that.
Yeah, I talked to Adam already.
Okay, and the next thing is lady also asked about school zone notification in the car.
Did that too.
And the other thing was the access to the bike path over there.
Did that too.
Because it's sort of hairy. But most
I
importantly.
followed up on the stuff we
and,
talked about the last meeting.
Pardon?
I followed up on what you asked last meeting.
Yeah, I just like following up. I always like to follow up on the follow-up, who's following up, and then we go from there. But anyway.
You can ask me next time too.
Thank you. But anyway, importantly, it's never too early to ask. And what I'm going to ask for is, and Christmas is coming up, it's not too shortly, and I'm going to be placing some boxes at the rec center and City Hall here in support of the veterans, men and women's veterans home located in Manteno, Illinois. They're in need of sundries and things of that nature. So whatever you can think of during the holiday season to help these folks out, because surely they surely helped us. So I would appreciate any support from us or the residents.
And I'm gonna put
Okay,
some,
thanks.
I'm gonna go back and get the Marine Corps Toys for Tots ones for the rec center.
Right, so we're gonna have a double thing
Okay.
going on. there,
Sounds good.
so.
Mayor?
And I have one last thing to turn around and say, and that's to thank you. Last 2 weeks ago at the last meeting, I made a little bit of a complaint about water thing coming down, and you said you would get in touch with the mayor from Oak Lawn for me, and apparently I found out you did, and I thank you for that.
Sure, no problem.
I understand you just had to introduce yourself to him first, too.
He's new.
Mayor, this might be too late because I just saw a report that Halloween is becoming dangerously close to being the second most popular decorations for homes. And, you know, maybe this year it might be too late, but maybe in the future for next year that we could have like a contest or something, because it's pretty interesting now, even at night, and especially since, you know, a lot of people have young kids or the older people maybe have grandkids, they love seeing all these decorations. And, you know, it might be interesting if we, like, had a contest for some of these major holidays, like maybe Christmas, maybe Halloween, you know, where we give out, because like at the car show, we give out, you know, awards for, you know, the fancy cars and stuff. Maybe it's something that we could think about, and, you know, it would also encourage people to maybe go a step further to decorate if they thought there was like a carrot at the end of the stick or something. But anyhow, it's just an idea.
All right, anything else? Entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay. Be careful.
Congratulations.